Right now, somewhere, a stranger is looking at you on a train. You feel it before you see it. Your skin tightens. Your stomach drops a little. You look away, fast, almost on instinct, and you tell yourself it was nothing. But it wasn't nothing. The real answer is far stranger. That flinch didn't come from manners. It didn't come from shyness or social anxiety or anything you learned at school. It came from a survival system built over millions of years, and it is still running right now, inside your skull, reacting to a stranger's glance as if your life depended on it. Because for most of human history, it did. Think about what a stare actually meant for your ancestors. Two eyes, locked directly on you, unmoving. In the modern world, that's just eye contact. Out on the savanna, 200,000 years ago, that same signal meant something very different. It meant a predator had found you. A lion does not graze while watching you. It stares only when it is deciding whether you are food. Your ancestors who flinched away from a direct stare survived. The ones who held eye contact a beat too long, who stood there processing the situation calmly, often did not get the chance to pass on that calm. Evolution is not subtle. It does not reward curiosity in front of a predator. It rewards speed. So a very specific wiring formed in the human brain. A bundle of neurons in a region called the amygdala, your brain's threat detector, became exquisitely sensitive to direct gaze. Not faces in general, not people in general, specifically the moment when another set of eyes locks onto yours. Dr. Natalie George, a neuroscientist who has spent years studying gaze perception, found something remarkable using brain imaging. When a person sees a face looking directly at them, compared to that same face looking slightly away, the amygdala activates almost instantly, faster than conscious thought. You don't decide to feel uneasy under a stare. Your ancient alarm system decides for you, long before your reasoning brain even catches up. Here's where it gets stranger. This isn't unique to humans. Stare at a dog and watch what happens. Many dogs will look away or duck their head or show submission cues because in the animal kingdom, direct eye contact is rarely friendly. Among primates, a hard stare is often the opening move of aggression. Lock eyes with a gorilla in the wild, and you are not greeting it. You are challenging it. Humans inherited this same circuitry. But humans also did something almost no other species fully did. They turned the predator detection system into a social one. Somewhere along the evolutionary path, your ancestors started using eyes not just to detect threats, but to read intentions. A 2002 study by psychologist Simon Baron-Cohen proposed something called the eye direction detector, a part of the brain dedicated entirely to tracking where other people's eyes are pointing. Where someone looks tells you what they're thinking about, what they want, what they're about to do. Eye contact became a tool for connection. But the old fear never left. It just got layered underneath. This is why eye contact feels like two completely different things depending on context. A loving gaze from someone you trust floods you with warmth, oxytocin, connection. The exact same physical act, eyes locked on eyes, from a stranger on a quiet street, sends a jolt of cortisol through your body instead. Your brain isn't confused. It's running two systems at once, one ancient and defensive, one newer and social, both firing off the same raw sensory input. Notice how your body still keeps score, even now. In a crowded elevator, people stare at the floor numbers, not each other. On public transportation, eyes drift to phones, to windows, to anywhere but another passenger's face. You've probably done this without ever questioning why. It feels polite. It feels normal. But what if it isn't really about politeness at all? What if every time you avoid a stranger's gaze in an elevator, you are running the exact same threat calculation your ancestors ran beneath open skies, just compressed into a few milliseconds dressed up as social etiquette? There's an experiment that makes this even more vivid. Psychologist Kevin Wilkerson and colleagues studied something called the stare in the crowd effect. Show someone a grid of faces, most looking away, just one, staring directly outward, and the brain finds that single staring face almost instantly, faster than finding an angry face, faster than finding a face you recognize. A direct gaze, even printed flat on paper, even known to be harmless, still gets flagged by your brain before anything else in the room. This is also why prolonged eye contact with a stranger can feel almost unbearable, even in a perfectly safe setting, like a job interview or a first date. Hold someone's gaze for longer than a few seconds, and your nervous system starts treating sustained attention itself as a kind of pressure, an unresolved standoff, even when nothing threatening is happening at all. Researchers have measured exactly how long feels comfortable. A 2016 study from the University of Kyoto found that people generally rate eye contact as comfortable for around 3 to 4 seconds before it starts to feel intense. Push it past that window, and even close friends start to feel a flicker of unease. 3 or 4 seconds. That's roughly the threshold your ancestors needed to decide whether a stare meant curiosity or danger. So the next time you find yourself glancing away from a stranger's eyes on a bus, or feeling that small spike of tension when someone studies your face a beat too long, understand what's actually happening underneath the surface. You are not being rude. You are not being weird. You are running software that kept generations of your ancestors alive long enough to have you. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a lion on the savanna and a stranger across a train car. It only knows that something is looking, unblinking, directly at you, and for nearly all of human history, that single fact was reason enough to react. The modern world is full of glances that mean nothing. Crowded subways, busy sidewalks, video calls with dozens of faces stacked on a screen. None of it is dangerous. But your body hasn't gotten the memo because biology moves slower than civilization ever could. So tonight, when you catch a stranger's eyes for half a second too long and you feel that tiny automatic urge to look away, you won't have to wonder why anymore. It isn't nothing. It never was.